You got the job. You got the raise. You might have even gotten promoted. And yet somehow you're still checking your bank account 3 days before payday, doing math in your head, wondering where it all went. Sound familiar? You earn money every single month, consistently, reliably, and still it never feels like enough. Not because you're irresponsible, not because you're spending on stupid things, but because the entire way your salary flows through your life was never designed to build you wealth. It was designed to keep you running on a treadmill. And here's the thing nobody tells you. Getting paid more won't fix it. The system will just eat that too. But what if you could install a different system? One built specifically around the way salaries actually work. The pay cycles, the deductions, the fixed bills. So that for the first time, your salary actually starts working for you. That's exactly what we're breaking down today, step by step. No fluff, no vague advice. A real framework you can start using on your very next paycheck. This is the Salary Fix, the channel built for people who earn a salary and want to finally make it mean something. We don't do generic money tips here. Everything on this channel is designed around the specific reality of earning a fixed income, your pay cycle, your tax deductions, your fixed obligations, and turning that structure into a strategic advantage. Your salary is not the problem. Your system is. Let's get into it. There are 5 specific reasons your salary never feels like enough, and most people never identify even one of them. Let's walk through all 5. Number 1. The income illusion. When you accepted your job, you were told a number. Maybe it was 50,000, maybe 75, maybe more. But that number doesn't reflect what you actually take home. Not because anyone deceived you, but because of how the system is structured. After federal tax, state tax, Social Security, Medicare, health insurance premiums, and retirement contributions, what actually hits your bank account can be significantly less than that headline number. According to data published by the Tax Foundation and consistent with IRS effective tax rate tables, the average American worker loses roughly 25 to 35% of gross income to combined taxes and payroll deductions before a single dollar reaches their bank account. So your brain is budgeting on a salary you never actually receive. That gap between what you think you earn and what you actually take home is the income illusion, and it's the first crack in the foundation. Number 2. The fixed expense trap. Your pay is fixed, and your biggest expenses are also fixed. Rent or mortgage, car payment, insurance, utilities, phone bill, subscriptions. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Expenditure Survey, housing alone accounts for roughly 33% of average household spending, with transportation adding another 16% and insurance and pensions adding roughly 12%. When you stack all fixed obligations together, it's common for 60 to 75% of a salary earner's net pay to be consumed before any discretionary spending even begins. You're not choosing to be broke, you're contractually locked into it every single month. And hold on to something here because we're going to come back to this in the fix section. This fixed expense structure is actually the exact leverage point where the system flips in your favor. Remember that. Number 3. Marginal tax erosion. You get a raise. Congratulations. But here's what your employer doesn't explain in that meeting. A portion of that new income may be taxed at a higher marginal rate. Under the U.S. progressive tax system, each dollar you earn above a bracket threshold gets taxed at a higher rate. So if you received a $5,000 raise, you might only feel $3,000 of it in your actual take-home pay, maybe less. Economists use the term fiscal drag or bracket creep to describe this phenomenon. This is one of the reasons raises feel so underwhelming. You celebrated a number that the tax system immediately shaved down. But if your system doesn't account for marginal tax erosion, every raise just becomes a slightly bigger version of the same problem. Number 4. Lifestyle creep, the salary edition. This one is the silent killer. When you get a raise, something shifts in your head. You feel like you've earned an upgrade, a better apartment, a newer car, nicer dinners out. Psychologists first described the concept of hedonic adaptation, showing that humans quickly return to a baseline level of satisfaction after positive changes, including income increases. The result? You earn more but save the same, sometimes less. More income, same stress. Lifestyle creep doesn't happen because you're weak. It happens because there's no system in place to intercept the raise before your lifestyle absorbs it. Number 5. The delayed wealth effect. A salary pays you for your time, but it builds wealth on a delay, sometimes never. Your salary hits your account and immediately begins leaving it. There's no compounding mechanism built in. There's no automatic reinvestment. There's no equity being generated. The Federal Reserve data shows that most salary earners hold wealth in home equity and retirement accounts, not liquid savings. Unless you build that mechanism yourself, which is exactly what the system we're about to cover does. Now let me show you the trap as a loop, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Step 1. You receive your paycheck. You feel a brief moment of relief. Step 2. Within 24 to 48 hours, automatic payments and bills drain the majority of it. Step 3. You're left with whatever remains, the leftover, all from the scraps. Step 4. Because the leftover is small and unstructured, it gets spent. Not recklessly, just gradually. Step 5. By week 3, you're in conservation mode. Step 6. Payday arrives again. Relief, and the cycle repeats. This isn't a budgeting problem, it's an engineering problem. This is the salary trap. Roughly 60% of American adults report living paycheck to paycheck. That's not a coincidence, that's a system failure at mass scale. Now here's how you break out. What I'm about to walk you through is a complete salary operating system. It's built around 5 principles, each one designed for the specific way salaried income works. Principle 1. Pay yourself first, salary edition. You've probably heard pay yourself first, but most people hear that and think, I'll save whatever's left. That's paying yourself last. On the day your paycheck deposits, ideally through automation, a fixed percentage moves immediately into a separate account you do not touch. Before rent, before bills, before anything. Start at 10%. If that feels impossible, start at 5, even 3. The amount matters less than the automation and the consistency. Principle 2. Percentage-based allocation, not dollar-based. Stop budgeting in dollar amounts. A strong starting framework is the 50-30-20 rule. 50% toward fixed essentials, 30% toward flexible living, 20% toward the future you. When you get a raise, you don't recalculate your entire budget. The percentages hold, the dollars adjust automatically. And most importantly, the 20% grows with your income instead of getting absorbed by lifestyle creep. This is how you make raises actually mean something. Principle 3. Expense anchoring. Expense anchoring means you lock your fixed costs at their current level for 12 to 24 months, regardless of income changes. Got a raise? Your rent doesn't increase. Your car payment doesn't increase. You anchor. The entire difference flows directly into the 20% allocation. By deliberately setting your expenses as a fixed anchor, you use cognitive bias to your advantage. Anchor your expenses, unleash your income. This single principle, practiced consistently, can transform a salary earner's financial trajectory within 2 to 3 years. Principle 4. The 2-account firewall. Open 2 checking accounts. One is your bills account. Every fixed expense gets paid from here. The other is your life account. This funds your day-to-day spending. Your bills account handles obligations. Your life account is what you actually have available to spend freely, without guilt, without mental math, without anxiety. The firewall answers that question permanently. Principle 5. Income expansion beyond raises. Your salary is your foundation. It's stable, it's predictable, but it should not be your only growth engine. Salary earners are uniquely positioned to build income streams on the side because their base is covered. Average annual wage growth has historically averaged around 3 to 4%, which barely keeps pace with inflation. Before the system, someone earning $4,000 a month net, rent, car, insurance, and bills take about $2,700. The remaining $1,300 floats through the month. By day 25, there's maybe $80 left. After the system, same person, same $4,000. On payday, $400 automatically moves to a savings and investment account. That's the 10%. $2,700 flows to the bills account. $900 goes to the life account for spending. Fully available, fully guilt-free. After 1 year, that's $4,800 saved. After 3 years, with modest raises and expense anchoring, potentially 15,000 or more. Not from earning more, from engineering the flow differently. Same salary, completely different outcome. Same paycheck, new system, new life. Here's your action plan. 5 moves, all doable this week. 1. Pull up your last 3 pay stubs. Write down your actual net take-home, not your salary, your real deposit amount. Know your true number. 2. Open a second checking account, designated as your bills-only account. 3. Set up an automatic transfer for payday, minimum 5% of net income into a savings account you do not have a debit card for. 4. Calculate your fixed expense percentage. If it's above 60% of net income, flag it. That's your first target to reduce. 5. Write this down somewhere you'll see it daily. My next raise is not for spending, it's for building. That's it. 5 moves. No apps required, no course to buy, just structure. Here's the mindset shift I want to leave you with. You don't have an earning problem. Millions of people earn good salaries and still feel broke. The income isn't broken. The pipeline is. Money flows in, and without a system, it flows right back out, every single month, for years, for decades, until you wake up at 55 wondering where it all went. But it doesn't have to be that way. You now have the blueprint, you understand the trap, and you have a system specifically designed for the way salary earners actually get paid and actually live. The only question is, will your next paycheck flow through the old system or the new one? If this hit different, subscribe to The Salary Fix. Every video on this channel is built for one purpose: to help salary earners stop surviving and start building, specifically, strategically, systematically. Because your salary is not the problem, your system is. Fix the system. Fix everything. We'll see you in the next one.